I'm Tally, and today I'm going to be taking you through my attempt to beat Resident Evil Village with only the starting shotgun. Last time I did something like this, I used all the pistols that I needed, and I had way more ammo than I thought I was gonna need. This time, I'm going to use only the first shotgun, and I already regret my decision. So here's the rules for the challenge. The only gun I can use for combat is the M1897. Unless the story says otherwise, like in the Heisenberg fight. I do also carry a pistol to help with shooting items or certain parts of the environment for progression only. I only do this because I won't have enough ammo to be able to complete the game otherwise. I can shoot barrels because they're fun, and I'm playing on standard difficulty on a fresh save file, no New Game Plus help. And please also make sure to like, comment and subscribe to catch new uploads. I would love to hit 500 subs this year. Without any further ado, let's dive into the action. I'm going to fast forward through a lot of the slow parts though, so buckle up. So the game starts with your standard kid to bed, wife gets shot in the head, being kidnapped by my supposed friend. This all sounds like a pretty mild night in Glasgow. Now, I'm out in the middle of nowhere, feck that crow. This old dude has a shotgun but gives me a tiny pistol, so I'm kinda glad that he dies. And now, I've got to fight this furry. Kidding, we run right by him like I'm going for the any % world record in pacifism. I unfortunately do have to fight this guy with my puny baby pistol right here, but that's only because I don't have the shotgun. But this is the only enemy I'll be beating with the pistol here, since after this I get the shotgun without having to fight anything. Now that he's out of the way, I can safely go and start the challenge proper, but unfortunately it's during the survival section. Now, someone new to this game might think that you've got to do a lot of fighting here. If you're a certified giga-brain Chad like me who wishes he was Bokba soup, you'll know that this is really just survive for 4 minutes and you'll be fine. So I pretty much run in circles until the game allows me the sweet relief of an arrow to the knee, signifying that I've made it. I fired a few shots here that I wish I didn't, because it will come back to bite me later. And now that that's out of the way and we're into a slightly quieter section of the game, let's talk through the fundamentals. First of all, conserve ammo wherever you can. I said this during my pistol only playthrough because even then there were times where I felt a little short, despite the abundance of pistol ammo the game throws at you. The shotgun doesn't get as much given to you, and to craft it requires a chem fluid, which means you can't make as many heals. There is that trade-off, and it just means that it's more difficult to make in general. Following that, if you don't have to fight, then don't. Just don't. Save your ammo for almost exclusively forced encounters where you cannot run. Secondly, there's parts where you want to deal damage really fast, and with this gun you can actually shoot faster if you only ever load one bullet then fire. And then finally, to cap it off, I've got one word for you. Run. Last video I used a JoJo reference, so now to reinforce this point and make sure that I do have people in the audience over the age of 8, I'm going to use this.
Run.
Alright, so now that we're on the same page, let's continue with the story. I find this family, but don't worry, they'll be fine. This nice lady lets us into our house, and now everybody's dead. I lied about that family, they are most definitely dead. And now I head off to the castle, I get assaulted by Nick Cage, I run through some tunnels, fall down a hole, and narrowly avoid putting Papa Roach on in the background of this video. I'm already playing fast and loose with the EMCA here, I can't risk anymore. And finally I get to meet my lover. Where I sell almost everything and buy the recipe for shotgun ammo and as much ammo as he'll sell me, which, if you must know, just is not enough. And then I break into the castle, I am almost immediately captured and I am taken to my one true love, the big lady. And to prove it to her, that involves ripping my hand into and subsequently ending her 3 daughters so that I can have it all to myself. Truthfully, none of the 3 sisters really are that much of a challenge. The first one takes 6 shotgun shells, and each sister subsequently takes 1 or 2 more. The hardest part about this is knowing that I would rather use that ammo in a ton of different ways, but I know I gotta waste it on these gosh darn Powerpuff Girls over here. Also, I did stumble across a piano, and I thought I would bless you all with this musical masterpiece. Now back to the action. Following that, it's time to take on the big lady herself. Now, I'm going to be honest, my first attempt didn't go well, I just didn't go in with enough ammo. The first attempt I went in with somewhere in the region of 20 to 30 shells. Not really enough. I got so close, I nearly got it, I nearly did it, I nearly finished her off, but I ran out of ammo. So I said I'll try again, but before I did that, I did a lot of hunting for ammo, opened up everything I could, crafted as much as possible, and came into the fight with just over 30 shells. I played it pretty safe and really only fired when she was close enough to guarantee a solid hit. Then, with the ammo that the boss fight gives you itself, I managed to walk away on attempt number 2 with a big fat W. Alright, now I've got 1/4 of my daughter, I decide to run past a heck of a lot of wolf boys, meet up with the Duke again, who says, I need to go do some breaking and entering. So I hop into this dude's house, obviously interrupting some sort of dinner, so I'm like, sorry dude, I'll just leave. Take this little key, trust me, he's not gonna need it. Then after that, I do a hell of a lot of scrounging, scavenging and salvaging, because whew, boy, I still have a shortage on ammo, and incredibly high demand. Like seriously, the hardest part of this challenge is finding ammo. I've no doubts that I can complete it, but if I can't overcome a certain freaky fish guy, then I won't be completing anything. After I've opened up just about every single drawer, well, box and lock container, I head back to the Duke, and he tells me I've got some good old murdering to do. So the next section of the game we're off to is the Beneviento house, where I break into a very sad woman's house, hide under a bed in order to dodge my fatherly responsibilities, and then I put this poor woman to an end with a pair of scissors, because I just cannot stand puppets. Now back to the boomstick action. After my detour to see the puppet show, I tried to see the view down by the lake and I got attacked by someone's dog, which is why you always gotta keep it on the leash. I managed to sneak past the rabid beast, steal this jar of pee from a freaky fish guy.
I am not a freaky fish guy!
And that went poorly. Now I got to bust out the big guns, and by that I mean my only gun, the shotgun. And after barely making it on the pistol challenge, I was a little worried about this one, but since I'm a god tier Giga Chad, I walked away with plenty of ammo to spare, so much so that I actually really wasn't worried about the stronghold. However, that didn't really dissuade any fears of lack of ammo, so on my way to the stronghold I did go see the butcher. Turns out he had a few shells and I made a hasty exit because by god that dude is huge. So let's talk about the stronghold. I equipped a knife and just ran. And that worked out pretty well. Then I got to Uriah. No wait, I mean Urias. And this was tougher than I thought. Maybe I was too high off of my own success, but this dude took a punching, gave as good as he got, but much like everything else I encountered on my one-man army rampage through Eastern Europe, you put enough buckshot in him and he just turns to mush. I have to say though, the fact that he took more than I wanted to go down really bruised my ego, and someone's gonna have to pay for that. So Nicolas Cage says I have to go pay him a visit. So I think he should pay for my bruised ego. So I get to the factory, the usual occurs. I fall down a hole, run past literally everything I possibly can, but you might be thinking, but Tally, how do you get past the red door nipples? Good question. Turns out you can just knife them. No shotgun ammo wasted here. As always, shenanigans do ensue and I get put in some weird dancing situations with the drill guys. Then, I get broken in from both ends by these two bozos and I gotta say, not a pleasant experience at all. Drills are not a part of a healthy balanced diet. And now, I have to fight Strum, who isn't a hard mini-boss by any means, but it didn't stop me from taking a hell of a lot of damage. I was up late recording this, so my movement was absolutely horrible, and I took a lot more damage that I really shouldn't have taken. Like enough damage to make me wonder if I had enough heals to finish the game. Other than that, I proceeded to push his poo-poo in and now I'm off to make Heisenberg feel the same sort of shame I feel every time someone calls me British Dante Ravioli. I'm Scottish. So, I might as well take advantage of this though for that sweet comment engagement, so please comment Scottish Dante if you've made it this far. Now you might think that the Heisenberg boss fight isn't particularly easy, but actually it's the easiest one. What you want to do is get up close, nuzzle his abomination body a little bit, and then just completely unload. Like unload like you've never unloaded before. Just give him all of your loads. He really is the easiest boss fight. And now Ethan's dead. So now that that loser character's out the way, we get to play as the Chad King Chris Redfield himself. However, this really does present a problem. Chris doesn't have a shotgun. So the answer to the question is no. You cannot beat the game with only the first shotgun. However, this is BS, so I'm not going to count it. Just sit back and enjoy the chaos. Okay, that's out the way now, let's continue.
Rose.
Wrong. It wasn't Miranda. You were always dead.
What are you saying?
Okay, so turns out Ethan is literally just built different. No, like, literally. He's made almost entirely out of indestructible mould. Literally built different. However, final boss has his baby, and it's time to go kill the final boss. So after sleeping it off and having our heart literally ripped from our chest, as I said, built different, we have one thing on our mind: meticulously murder Mother Miranda. Now I'll be honest, Mother Miranda is actually impossible to lose if you can dodge worth a damn. I can't dodge worth a damn, so I did actually fail my first attempt. After that though, I downed a bottle of the finest iron brew, sat my ass back in the chair, and listened to some good old fashioned Piccolo advice. The reason I say that this is impossible to lose is that you receive a bunch of ammo drops throughout the fight. You cannot physically run out of ammo. You can win very slowly in a worst case scenario. I'd say I won at a medium speed, because even though I walked in with nearly 80 shells, she takes somewhere around 100 to be able to put down for good. But if you can make it through the slog that is this boss fight, then you can bask in the glory of Ethan's dusty corpse. Go you. And this is like 10 hours of my life that I won't be getting back, so go me too, I guess. Overall, I feel like this challenge has a bit of a triangle shape to it. Everything up to and including the Moreau fight requires you to absolutely scrimp, save and scrounge ammo. Even up until the end of the game, you've got to space out your ammo capacity upgrades so that you can get free refills every once in a while. But I feel like after you've beaten Moreau, or maybe even the Stronghold, you're pretty much already done. Outside of bosses, I don't think I actually killed a single enemy in the castle, and Miranda's, well, she's Miranda. She essentially gives you infinite ammo. However, this challenge is really fun. Like, it made me go back to exploring, because usually whenever I play Resident Evil 8 I make it very linear. So I think if you want a fresh Resident Evil 8 experience, I think this is the way to go. You should definitely try this challenge out. Anyway, please make sure to like the video if you liked it, make sure to comment Scottish Dante to help boost the video in the ever-hungry algorithm, and help me feed my never-ending addiction to Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Also, please subscribe if you are new here. The goal is 500 subs by the end of the year. As always, you've been amazing, I have been Tally, I will catch you all later. Bye.